Welcome back to the Midlands Climate Conversations, where we explore critical environmental issues in the Midlands region and beyond. I'm your host, Tariro Letima Derera. And this week, I'm joined by Raafiq Satiya, who is an SRHR champion in the Midlands region. Raafiq, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me on the show. We are living in a community where climate change is now a topical issue. With it being a topical issue, we have got people within our communities who are vulnerable, and amongst the people who are vulnerable are the young women and are the young girls that we have in our community. You know, one of the effects of climate change on young women is around the issue of child marriages. Climate change, like droughts, and poverty that has risen within our country and our community, has resulted in some family members allowing children to be involved in child marriage as a way or as a form of alleviating poverty. So at the end of the day, that has decimated the lives of young girls. You imagine being allowed to get into child marriage at the age of 12. Imagine being in a child marriage at the age of 11. It's quite pathetic. Young girls have got dreams and young girls have got ambition. We also have cases of gender-based violence as a result of climate change. When we live in a community where the means of production, whatever the platters that men are supposed to put on the table become problematic, one of the compensatory attitude that men tend to have is gender-based violence. At the end of the day, we also ought to understand that it's two-way traffic. When women are frustrated within the homes as well, they tend to be violent. Remember, gender-based violence is not all about raising arms and beating an individual. Gender-based violence can be mentally, gender-based violence can be physically, gender-based violence can be emotionally. So as a result of climate change, this has necessitated other individuals to use gender-based violence as a compensatory behavior because of the problem that we are faced with. Climate change has also expanded its tentacles within the social spectrums of our communities as well. Remember, we live in a patriarchal society, a male-dominated society. So with some of the effects of climate change, it has resulted in more school dropouts. However, these school dropouts are more impacting on the women because as a community, we believe that we need to educate a man more than a woman. So as a result of different problems that are coming as a result of climate change, communities will no longer have money to send children to school. So at the end of the day, the girl child is less prioritized to a boy child. So we've had more cases of girls dropping out of school, and the only route that they take after that is marriage. Well, within our community as well, as a result of climate change, the boys have not been spared by the pandemic, you get it? So one of the fundamental problems that they faced is the issue of drugs. Climate change has swept off the employment of young people, and climate change had blocked some activities of young people, especially the boys. So one of the activities that they have seen as pretty much good for them is issue of drugs, and drugs have got a detrimental effect on the lives of young people. They had dreams, they had ambitions, they had visions that they had, but because of taking drugs, it has decimated their lives. So we can't run away from the fact that climate change, with it induced effects, it has also necessitated the young people and the boys at large to be engrossed into taking of drugs, which is very sad.
From the Midlands Climate Conversations team, we'd like to thank you for being with us this week. Until next time, no one knows about it until we talk about it.